Also, at 9, if I start looking at my phone, I'm not like checking the time. I'm just because my songs come out at 9.
From the time of this recording.
From the time of this recording, every time. God, I was specify.
Yeah, I went whale
Can't do
watching.
both stuff.
Can't do both stuff.
Can't do both stuff.
No both stuff.
All right, let me just do the intro, even though it's been recording for
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Wow,
All right, we love it. Welcome to Unmastered. I'm Emma.
I'm Gohar.
And we are uncut and on the record with your favorite bands. We also have a good friend of ours here today. Do you guys remember Mary?
Who
was our...
No one can see me. I just realized that. I was like, no one can see me if I'm doing that.
Those of you who have been listening since day one, the OG homies, Mary was our hashtag intern, our social media intern for like 2 times. So she's back. She just graduated from fashion school. Yeah, where's that effect? Like the applause. So, hi Mary.
Hello.
And then also joining us, super excited, we got this fool, the badass, Bryan.
What's up? Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. So we're going to go ahead. I know we've been talking for like 7 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and do an icebreaker because we love to do them.
Yeah, we like
So,
nice.
obviously your name's Bryan. We covered that already. So let's just dive right in. If you were a crayon, what color would you be and why?
I mean, probably black, because most of the clothing I wear is black, even though I'm wearing a red sweater.
I would like to point out to everyone that literally Mary and Gohar are both wearing all black. I did not get the memo.
She's wearing navy.
It's black. Please tell me that's black.
Absolutely not. It's navy.
That's navy.
That is
Thank
black.
That's
Thank
navy.
You're colorblind.
I'm
And
not
her jeans
colorblind.
are great.
It is a dark navy though.
It is.
It's close, but I think technically we're going navy.
I want to like...
Mm-hmm.
Give me this.
But
Here, this is black.
but yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're like comparing
Yeah.
the...
Do you
Okay,
see
I
that?
see it now. I
Yes.
see it now. God.
Yes.
There
Damn.
you go.
Yes.
So black.
Next time we will.
Probably. I mean, I'm slowly not doing that anymore.
Dark gray, maybe.
I'm not wearing black all the time anymore nowadays. But
Why?
most of my stuff is black. Can I curse?
Yes, of course.
Most of
you
my
can.
shit's black.
There you go. That feel good?
Oh, great.
Felt really great.
I was holding that in. I needed to.
So we also want to ask you,
Uh-huh.
can you please make your case for Crocs?
My case for Crocs.
Like-
A, they are very comfortable. They're comfy. Have you guys ever worn them?
I don't.
They're
I've
comfy.
worn like my mom's slipper Crocs around the house.
Yeah, they're the
That's it.
comfiest. They're the comfiest shoes you'll ever own. I have ones with holes in them and ones that don't have ventilation holes. So if it's like raining out or cold, I wear the fire ones, no holes. Not wearing them.
I
Right
did
now.
check to see if you were wearing
I have my
something.
camo ones that have holes if I need to breathe. They're comfy, and if you just don't give a fuck, like anything's cool. Like I've worn them to like a bar before, and like people have been like, "Yo, those are cool," and I'm like, "They're not." But the fact that I just don't care makes it.
Do you wear
Cool.
socks with your Crocs?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I will say sometimes around the house they become slippers.
Okay.
Sometimes not, but it's like rubber.
That's what I don't understand. There's
It's
no
like a-
way those are breathable. Like they're rubber.
The ones with holes are. The fire ones are not. But it's good though, because if it's like raining or something, you're not getting your feet rained on.
Okay.
Your feet's easy.
Do you have the little like? My sister has like the charms for her.
Oh yeah, what are they
Crocs.
called? They're called widgets.
Widgets.
I think. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
they're called widgets. And my friend Rome, who's the singer of Sublime, and his
Just gonna drop
and
that
his
so casually.
child, and his. Well, I don't want people. I feel like people would be like, no Rome.
No.
His name is also Rome.
Yeah.
Him and his son have matching ones on their Crocs. So
The
they'll
matching widgets.
Yeah, so they'll go out and they're both like to the grocery store. And he's like a very like this kid's like 3 or something. And at the grocery store, both wearing Crocs with matching widgets in them, and I was like,
That's cute.
so cute." I don't have any though.
You don't have any widgets for your Crocs,
No, well, I can't put them in the fire ones because there's no holes.
but in the other ones you
In
can.
the camo ones, I could. Yeah, then it's a different level. Then I'm taking it. I'm taking it to another
Then you're
level.
taking it to. You're just not quite ready for that.
Then I'm getting to be like Croc guy. You know? Right now, it's like I wear them every like once in a blue moon. I'm Doc Martin guy. I have like 1,000 pairs of Doc
I'm-
Martens.
obsessed with Doc Martens
Just
shoes.
get rid of
but
your Crocs and just wear those.
Yeah. I literally do. I wear them almost every day. I'm surprised I'm not wearing them today. I haven't worn these shoes in years, and I'm wearing them today.
what are they? Just Vans?
They're just
Vans.
blue Vans, but I love blue Vans.
I'm a Converse girl.
Really?
No, I love Converse. I also do the mix
Mm.
and match with my Converse. I do 2 different colors.
Oh, I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mix and match.
I'll go like a pink one and a yellow one, or a black one and a white one.
I respect that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
But with Vans, the blue ones, when they're faded, when they're old, I
Yeah.
love it. It's like
Mhm.
my favorite like color. 'Cause
Were
it's,
these like, did they used to be like a dark navy blue, or what did they...
they were like just like more vibrant and
Oh,
like
okay.
they popped, and then they
I
got
like the faded.
yeah, they got like sun faded, and
I
they're
feel
like
Vans look cooler when they're old.
yeah.
And
I mean, I
messed
like Converse when they're like scuffed up, you know.
I'm an Adidas person.
I like Adidas.
up. like
I have
shoes.
the classic 3-stripe one.
Superstar.
Whatever. Yeah,
Superstar.
yeah, whatever it's called.
There you go.
Me and Mary were talking about shoes before this, and like I'm not like big on brands, but I love Steve Madden. Like
Good stuff.
Steve Madden shoes are like some of the greatest shoes. Like,
Can I ask a
on the
very
planet.
ignorant question?
Yeah.
Sure.
What is
Do
Steve?
they make men's?
Yeah,
Of course they do.
I've never. They make like Chelsea boots, don't they?
they do They kind of do like knockoffs of like design.
But it's like leather.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
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 The shoes Mary's
Do you
wearing
live
right
around
now are
here?
Steve Madden's.
Do you
I live in downtown,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
literally like.
There's a Steve Madden
Smack
store.
dab.
We were just talking about it. There's a Steve Madden store in the Sherman Oaks Mall.
There's Steve Madden everywhere.
I've probably passed by it a million times. I've probably been inside of it. I just
Yeah.
don't.
Because they mainly sell women's.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
think
big
they brought
like.
on the men's later
I
on.
think your best bet is to search online.
Yeah,
They have
I'm
it
a
in
big like.
stores,
I have
yeah.
a lot of shoes, but I don't wear a lot of my shoes.
I
I
feel
stick to
that.
like my like. It's like
Your favorites.
it's Docs. Nowadays, it's Docs and Crocs.
Docs and Crocs.
The name of
While
my,
wearing socks.
my autobiography. Docs and
Docs and Crocs.
And
the
then-
Bryan Sammis
I mean,
story.
literally for years, you could look back on pictures. Like I've worn like the Doc boots, like Doc Martin boots, like the high
Yeah.
ones, like for 10 years. And I used to wear them out. Like I have a really old pair that I got when I was in Australia, and so I feel like the leather was different on them because they never hurt my feet, and they like wore down and like around my foot. But I have them, and I literally want to, like, when I eventually move into a house, I want to put them in like a glass case,
Ooh.
like on like
That'd
on
be
like a
really
mantle.
cool.
Yeah, because they're so beat up. I wore them, like, no joke, for like 2 years every day.
Wow.
No matter what I was doing besides like working out.
Question.
Yeah.
You guys have heard of Birkenstocks.
Yes.
Oh god.
Do any of you own any?
No.
I don't own
I
any
heard that you
Birkenstocks.
can own that for almost a lifetime. You just have to take care of the shoe.
Yeah.
And
I have to like rub it with
yeah,
like oil or whatever.
yeah, you have to really take care of the shoe, and it like forms to your foot
Mhm.
after like maybe a month of wearing it. I would really like some, but
Mm.
they're all very ugly. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all
Thank
very
you.
That's like nudies. Remember?
Thank you.
Buddies?
Remember when people were wearing nudie jeans?
No.
Nudies?
What is that?
And the whole thing was
explain, please.
you weren't supposed to wash them for like a year. And then they form fit specifically to you.
Wait, what?
That seems
You
very
would get them
unscientific.
dry cleaned. You couldn't wash them though.
Nudie.
Mhm.
What is
They were
this?
they were called nudies, and I remember it was a big thing when I was in high school. So that's like we're talking 10 years ago when I graduated. So
I never
Yeah.
even knew
Can't
this
see
was
that
a
and
far.
so they would like form fit exactly to you.
But like, what if you like lost weight within that year or like gained weight within the year?
I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't
I actually
work.
never owned a pair, but I just remember people talking.
That's
about,
so
like,
interesting.
Yeah. But it was also before like skinny jeans, so they were like straight fit.
Mhm.
Oh.
It was when
okay.
like when that was big, so it wasn't like super baggy, but they weren't skinny jeans yet.
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
That's a very
I never did it though.
nah, too cool for it.
I don't remember what kind of pants I wore in high school, but I'm sure
think I
I wore
Probably with
Dickies
Dickies, yeah.
shorts, not pants though,
Henry
because I wanted to be in Blink-182. So
You
I'd
wanted to be
I'd wear Dickies shorts, Vans with like knee-high socks.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
like a
Yikes.
like a backwards like black hat.
Did you ever do the chain thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he's got one.
What-
Oh,
what
he
have
just
I
tore it.
Oh.
No, I didn't break it. It's okay. I did, and then for a whole year. What year? Is it probably my junior year or maybe my sophomore year? Everyone called me Fall Out Boy because I literally looked like Patrick Stump. because I had long hair, and I would straighten it sometimes, and then I had that hat. I don't know what to call it.
I know exactly what hat.
It's like a train conductor hat kind of. It's like
Yes.
the flat top.
Yes.
I'd wear that every day, and I wore like small T-shirts, and I was like, I should not have been wearing a small. I should have been wearing a large. And I was
Do you
wearing
have
like a
pictures
small.
of this?
Probably, but I deleted Facebook off my phone.
My God.
I did that too. But hey, Safari's a thing.
I got hacked.
Did you really?
By ISIS.
We're gonna talk about that.
Shut up!
The Lava K Facebook page.
But the Lava K Facebook page got hacked because my personal Facebook got hacked.
No way.
They changed my profile photo to the ISIS logo.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not joking. Yeah. I got a call from someone from Facebook who's the head of music at Facebook. Her name is in my email. We were like 40 emails deep. So if I ever need to hook up at Facebook Music, I have her email. But she literally called me and goes, we have a counter-terrorism team on it. And I was like, sick, dude. So sick. So now I'm for sure, my name's on some ISIS list and some FBI list now because I'm involved in this. Yeah.
That's...
Oh my God.
So, supposedly they call them phishing sites, but it's PH phishing. And it's
Okay.
like these sites where you click something and it redirects you and you think you're on a real site.
Okay.
So like at some point in time, I don't remember, I clicked a link, which this happens because I illegally watch sports games. Yeah. Like because I don't have cable. Like who has cable now?
I don't have cable.
No.
I have Netflix and I have like HBO and I have all that stuff. But if I want to watch like something that's literally on TV, it's just sports, I have to go to Reddit.
Wait, but you know that Hulu has the... Do you have Hulu?
My mom does, so yeah.
Well, because Hulu has the option to buy live.
Yeah.
I think it's like $50 a month as opposed to like the $8.
But the thing I
just
do...
go to any bar and you can watch.
I mean, I do that too. But like sometimes I would do it on my phone. But I think I just was trying to watch like a hockey game or something and clicked a link and then entered in some sort of information somewhere. That's how they hacked my... So it's not like they specifically targeted me.
Goddamn hockey.
Yeah. Literally, I was listening to it all the way over here.
The sports or
the
Was that your way of flexing that you have AirPods?
No, I was listening to them in my AirPods. My Uber driver lady got out of the car at a stoplight.
Why?
Yeah. She needed her glasses, I guess, or something. She just put it in park and goes, I have to do something crazy. And I was like, I don't want to hear this. I got out of the car and I'm like, what are you doing? And then she came back and like, well, my glasses are in the trunk.
Oh my God.
So the entire time before then she'd been driving blind.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's getting dark out, so I need.
Oh, I feel that. I'm like that.
Glasses.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
No,
my
like
friend's
that
dad
too.
is like that too,
Yeah.
where he's not allowed to drive at night.
Ooh, that's intense.
Yeah. I think
No, I need to wear
I feel
glasses
like you
at
have
night.
a lot of crazy Uber stories.
Yeah, well, that's because I sold my car in January, and I only had that car for a year. And before that, I didn't have a car for like living downtown. I don't really need one.
Yeah.
Like I save
like right there.
I also save so much money not having a car,
Mm-hmm.
and I Uber so much. I Uber
everywhere?
like hundreds of dollars a month in Ubers. But what's a car payment? What's gas? What's insurance? It's like
Yeah.
I
Filling
save
up
money.
your gas tank twice is like $120.
Yeah, and I work down in Anaheim a lot, so I take the train. So I live right by Union Station.
Oh, right on.
And so I have like a pass for that. I used to work off DeSoto in the Valley, and I would literally take the red line in North Hollywood and then take the orange line, which is
I didn't
bus.
know there was an orange line.
It's a bus, but it's like a really nice bus for college kids. So it doesn't go on the freeway. It has its own lane, so it never hits traffic.
Right here on Chandler.
Yeah. And it goes to Pierce College, which was a mile away from the studio I used to work out off DeSoto.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where we did the whole La Bouquet album.
That's
Yeah.
Insane.
We,
Yeah.
we
And so
love people who use sustainable travel methods.
Oh, I'm huge on anti-cars in LA.
Oh,
I'm big
trust.
into like the
Trevor
local.
and Maitland came with their bikes here.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
biked here.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
where?
they only live like 2 miles
Yeah.
from
Oh,
here,
okay.
Tom.
Not
So they
even-
just came on their bikes.
That's so
And I was
cool.
like, what? Like,
I don't even know if I remember how to bike.
ride a bike?
Yeah. Like,
Every time I do it,
it's
I
like
go to...
riding a bike.
Well, I go to the...
I know, but I haven't since I was like 12 maybe. So I don't even know.
I have a bike. I also bought an electric scooter.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
So you know those birds.
Like the bird,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have one.
You have your
It
own
was on
personal
sale on
bird.
Amazon. It was $150.
Hey, that's
That's
cool.
a good deal.
And then you just plug it in and it'll recharge, or what?
It recharges. I've only had to recharge it once. I've had it for like 8 months.
Whoa.
How often do you use it, though?
Every time I take the train.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm on 7th. Union Station's on 1st.
Mm.
So it's just like, it's a little too far to walk. It's not far enough to Uber, but it's perfect to bike. But
Bikes are
then I'm on the
Bye.
train with my bike, and then I have to stand with it
Yeah.
down below, or I can just take that and it folds up.
Wow.
And it's heavy,
So, ladies
but-
and gentlemen, if you just see Bryan chilling
Mhm.
on a scooter on 2nd Street, you'll know why.
Mhm. Literally.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm big into like I listen to like the only real politics I get involved with are local LA politics
Oh, okay.
because like you can actually do something about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a measure that did not pass. My dad was telling me about it this morning. It was
EE one.
the one where you people who own homes get higher property taxes,
Mhm.
and then it'll help with schools. And of course, the baby boomers, the ones that own the houses, are like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to get taxed more.
Yeah,
and
I
the
don't
poor
know.
schools have to,
Yeah, there's a thing at the Friend on the 20th. That it's a bar.
The Friend Bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Silver
very
Lake?
familiar with that. You should come to our show on the 24th.
At the Friend?
At the
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down. But on the 20th, there's this thing I'm going to that's like this company, I forget what they're called, but it's for like homeless housing. No, whatever. But the local LA stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. This is
Well,
stuff I'm,
sometimes
getting
you
involved in.
get people who like get involved in like, national or wide scale,
Benefit
but
conference.
just like wide scale politics, but not as much local politics.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of cool that you.
Well, I also
involved in
see it.
local.
It's like,
It makes a
It's
difference
so bad in
where
LA.
you currently are.
yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
get
I'm
involved.
in downtown, so
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
I'm blocks away from like
Skid Row.
not Skid Row, but like closer to Skid Row, like tent cities and stuff. So.
Yeah.
City.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No,
what they
it's
call them.
really
No,
bad
it's
in
bad.
downtown. It's
Yeah.
It's
when
really
I go
bad.
fabric shopping.
And it's bad because it's like
Yeah,
It's like
going
families.
Fabric shopping
Yeah.
is kind
it's
of
like families and stuff, and it's like they work.
Yeah.
Like they'll both work a job, but they literally just can't afford
A house.
to live anywhere.
Because rent is so expensive too.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps rising.
And there's like no homeless housing, so it's like,
Really?
well,
It's like
there
all
is,
in
but like there's not
Palmdale.
enough. There's like
I feel like
hundreds of thousands of
a
homeless
lot of
people in
times
downtown.
that there's homeless housing and they have like these criteria for them to live there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I don't know how all of it works.
But yeah,
I'm not entirely sure either, but
yeah. There's a good podcast actually that I listened to that got me into the I'm going to friend thing for. It's called LA Podcast, and
that's
it's
easy to remember.
yeah, it's awesome, and it's all just about local LA stuff.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I could listen to it on my walk over here.
There you go. Yeah.
Literally, like their very first episode ever was like when Elon Musk was building those tunnels, and they like interviewed somebody who worked for him about like what the deal was with them.
But they stopped it, right? They're not building it anymore.
Well, they said something about like his tunnels are now like they were gonna be like electric car tunnels. Were like, but then they were like it's electric car tunnels, but it's only for Teslas, and now they're just saying that they're just tunnels.
They're just tunnels. They
So it's
serve
like
no
there's
purpose.
it doesn't move like super fast. Like you don't get like on a rail that then moves the car really fast. You can just like drive down there and take it, I guess. And avoid
That
stuff.
sounds really sketchy.
Yeah, it sounds
It doesn't-
super sketchy.
Yeah, I mean I've seen pictures from it. It looks safe, but it's just like the idea.
The idea just dwindled down
devolved.
to
Yeah.
just
That's what he
dissolved
does
into-
though. He's super hit or miss. Like Elon Musk is like when he does the SpaceX stuff. It's like you hit that one out of the park, sick. But then it's like the LA one. He's like, I'm gonna build tunnels to like get away
Right,
from
we'll
traffic,
hide
and it's
the
like, okay,
things.
that would be awesome. That would be sweet. Like we really do need that. And then like the idea just devolved and devolved and devolved. Now there's like one tunnel,
He
and it's
wanted
like
to do
That
like
goes
the
2
bullet
miles.
that went from LA to New York in like
Was that
an
him that
hour.
wanted to do that?
Is it?
Excuse me?
No, it's
Yeah.
LA. It's LA to San Francisco.
No, to New York.
In an hour, that's not possible.
Impossible.
Henry,
Because
my brother was telling me about it, and I was like, that seems very dangerous.
Maybe like
one,
3 hours.
because
but,
it goes
like-
super fast. Like,
Could
I
you
would
imagine?
definitely not
But
do
can you
that.
imagine the train going from LA to SF like in like an hour? Like you could literally live
Yeah.
in one and go
I
to
just
work in
want
the
to
other.
just teleport me.
yes.
Invent
Only.
teleportation.
Invent teleportation.
Invent teleportation, and I will use it. Please. I'm getting on that small plane. I'm already assuming I'm gonna die. So I'll be the tester for any of this stuff.
So I will be the guinea pig.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Should we talk about
let's
music?
talk about music a little bit, guys.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here, right?
There's a purpose for this somewhere along the line.
Do it.
Inevitably, we'll end up not talking about music with any of our artists
But
here.
you know what? That's okay. It's fun that way.
Let's do it.
So, all right. So we're talking to you as Bryan, but you do multiple music projects. One of them as Olivver the Kid, the other as La Bouquet.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd just talk to you as who you are, and you can tell us a little bit about each of them, and we'll dive in accordingly.
However much you want to talk about either
Cool.
of them.
Of course. So why don't we start with how you got involved with music to begin with?
I started taking drum lessons when I was 9 because my dad played guitar, so he made me take drum lessons and my brother take bass lessons because he wanted to jam.
You wanted a family band.
Perfect.
So I remember like the first song me and my brother ever learned was "Come Together" by the Beatles.
Oh my gosh.
So that we could jam it with my dad.
Yes.
And
Shout out to Dad.
I straight up hated it for years.
Really?
I hated playing drums for like the first like 4 years I played them, and I never practiced except for my weekly lesson.
Okay. Did you want to play something else? Or you just didn't want to
I
play
just
anything?
didn't really care at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was too young. I was like not like that into music yet.
Okay.
And I'm 9.
Yeah, your brain isn't even developed.
Especially before streaming and before Spotify and all that stuff. It's like, when was I really listening to music?
Yeah.
I was listening to music.
You weren't
in
really like
in the
exposed
car?
to music when
You
you
didn't
were
in
have
the
a
young?
car?
CD player?
No, I did, but like what in the car, like CD players became a thing when I was like 12, and so it's like like household ones that everybody had
Yeah.
one, you know.
CD boom.
Yeah, but like I didn't really love playing drums until I was like 14. Then took it really seriously. Started playing in bands when I was like 15,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in like every band because,
You're
Why
the
not?
only drummer
as any
available.
drummer knows, no one wants to play drums. Everyone wants to play guitar or sing. So
I would love to play the drums.
Yeah.
I like
Anyone
when you
want
get
to give me
older.
drum lessons,
You've
like
been saying
flat
that
out?
The entire duration
That is my
of this podcast.
biggest regret
Yeah.
in life is not learning how to play the drums.
It's never too late. I mean, that's all about just coordination.
I think I got it. I
Yeah.
think I could do it.
But yeah, so I was in a million bands, and then I went to college for music and music business.
Where?
Where?
Loyola in New Orleans.
Oh, no way.
You
Yeah.
did music business, or was it?
Yeah.
Was it the kind of music business program where you have to play an instrument?
No, it's music business, so it's like some classes were just about music,
Uh-huh.
some classes were just about business, some classes were about music business. So like
Nice.
I had a class that was literally like,
Interesting. That totally makes sense.
yeah, I was in a class that was literally like a recording class, so you learned how to like record
Mm-hmm.
on like
That's
Logic or Ableton or whatever, Pro Tools.
Nice.
Was in a couple bands there. That's when I really started playing guitar, and I held in high school. I started a poetry club with my friend Katya.
Oh wow.
She went to San Francisco. I went to New Orleans. We both took it and started it in those places. But mine became more of like an open mic.
Okay.
Hers became like slam poetry. Like crazy nights where like I would see videos from it and like got kind of big. Whereas mine was like I started holding at this coffee shop place called Insomnia, I think
Okay.
it was called, and once a week, and people would come, and it was like I was just like, do whatever you want.
That's a great name
And-
for a coffee shop, by the way.
Yeah, and everyone played music.
Oh,
Like
just
no one
because
came and
everyone-
like did poetry, so I also did, and then left New Orleans with 3 weeks left before I graduated.
Why would you do that?
To tour. That was I wanted
okay.
before I left home. I was in the neighborhood before it was called the neighborhood, so it was
Oh.
called like Jesse James and the Outlaws or something
yeah,
stupid.
something like that. Yeah.
I left, went to school. Then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get signed off of our EP," and I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Oh, cool." And they're like, "No, it's like serious," and I was like, "Oh, cool." Like you have to leave, you have to come back, and I was like, "Okay." And so I went and talked to the dean of the school, and I was like, I remember I dressed up in like a suit. Like I don't know why. Like I knew the guy. Like he
Yeah.
would have barbecues at his house every Saturday.
Yeah.
So, like it wasn't that like super formal, but I dressed up in a suit, and I was like, "What do you think I should do?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Dude, you're in a music program. For sure, leave.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to come back, you already got in. You'll get in again. Come back whenever you want, and you just have to redo your last semester. So you have to redo the whole last semester."
Not just the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Have
so
you
that
ever
sucks.
thought about going back to do it?
Maybe. I've thought about it, but I'm not that interested in music business anymore.
Oh, okay.
Back then, I went there because I literally wanted to get into music entertainment,
Yeah.
and then I ended up working. So went to the neighborhood, left the neighborhood, started Olivver the Kid, and started working at Universal Music Publishing,
Okay.
where I worked for 2 years,
Okay.
doing film and TV. So I like helped them create their database
Oh wow.
of songs, which was like
That's intense.
From 9 to
It's cool.
6. It sounds cool, and it was cool for the first couple weeks. But for 2 years, from 9 to 6 p.m., I sat in an office, a pretty nice office, and listened to their entire catalog. Universal Music Publishing, which is hundreds of thousands of songs, if not like millions of songs, and I had to categorize them. So there were little drop-down menus. I had to put like male or female vocalist, lead instrument, genre, BPM, all this stuff. And so I could switch it after, I think it was like the first chorus. So I had to at least listen to each song in the first chorus. So I did that. When I quit there, I went to my old boss and I said, I've heard a lot of the songs, because they were creating that database because if someone was like, hey, we're doing this TV show, we need a song that's like Happy by Pharrell. Or we want Happy by Pharrell for this TV show. Yeah. Universal would go, okay, cool, that'll be $300,000, please. Yeah. And the TV show would go, oh, no, you misunderstand. Our budget's $15,000. Yeah. And then in the database, you could put in, this is exactly the song you want, but put in the money amount you could spend, and songs like it would show up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so they hire people to make songs like that, which is my job now. Has been for like 6 years now. That's like my job.
So you hire...
They hire me. I make songs for commerosals.
That's
like
okay.
TV
we were
shows.
talking about this.
Yeah.
Please elaborate. I'm very intrigued by this.
Yeah. So they literally anything. Like I just made 2 old school hip hop beats that were supposed to sound. One was supposed to sound like Nate Dogg, and that song "Regulate," Warren G and Nate Dogg, and the other one was supposed to sound like Notorious B.I.G. And it's literally me. It's like I rapped on them.
I was gonna say, is it your vocals or is it your production? Yeah. Do you do the whole song or what?
I do the whole thing. Yeah. So I've done that, but I've also done like reggae songs or like country songs. I've changed my voice for songs too, like the production
in post or
no like I put on a voice, like I sang with a voice,
like a vocalizer type, like
funky
modulator thing.
Here, I'll play you something.
Oh my gosh. So wait, will we have heard any of the songs that you
maybe
heard?
I mean, the thing is, it's like you do it like a numbers game. Like a lot of them don't get used for big shit. Okay. Honestly, like 1 of every 10 I make gets used.
Got it.
But they pay you. It's like they pay you up front for them, so they own the song, but you own your publishing. And then if it gets used, you make money off publishing, which is nice. But like 1 in every 10 gets used, and 1 in every 10 that does get used gets used for something big.
Got it.
And the other ones are used for like a local news station in Kansas.
Oh wow! Okay, interesting.
Did a piece on. I had a song that was a piece on. Their piece was about a kid who literally carried his brother through a marathon because his brother can't run. It's like a heartwarming thing. Yeah. And they just put this song that I wrote behind it, where I talk about like pushing through, like overcoming adversity.
Oh wow! So is it only for commercials, or is it commercials,
no,
TV shows,
TV shows, whatever? Like there's one in that. What's that Bryan Cranston TV show now? I don't know. Pinky Pete, Smoky Pete, something like that. Whatever. Okay. But one of my songs is in that. But like here, I'll show you. Like,
do you have like a deadline? Do they tell you you need to get it done in 2 days?
They usually give me a longer deadline, but I'll get it done.
In 2 days.
Way before then, yeah, because you get it. I don't want to work on it for longer than I have to. Because then it's like, then it becomes work. Whereas most of the times it's like, cool, this is kind of fun, and it's like I'm in the gym for music. Like they're like, oh, we want a song like this, and I go, cool. It's basically me going to the gym and working muscles I don't usually work musically. So then when I do go back and make a song for myself, I'm better.
Yes.
You know,
so it's like practice in like a lot of funky genre type ways.
I love that.
But I started working with the Armors Boys actually on them like a year and a half ago, and so they actually helped me make those now. That's what I take the train down to Anaheim for.
Oh wow!
Is I go to Sam's. I go to Sam's studio, and Olin now sings a lot of them because he's a one-take wonder. Okay. He's like he just has. Yeah, he has natural. He has his natural pitch is very good. They're both like he's been singing his whole life. I've been singing for 5 years. Yeah. Like that's what people are like. I'm like, oh, you're a singer, and I'm like, I mean, I had to be.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I was starting at age 23. Yeah. So I'm 28 now. So for 5 years, I've been a singer. So like, it takes me forever. Like not forever, but like, here's one there. Where I changed my voice.
god, what does it sound like?
If you can guess it, if you can guess it, you're right. They wanted me for it to sound like a certain song. The verses don't, but the chorus does. Hands up, I don't wanna hurt nobody.
Oh my god, wait. This sounds like it's like on the tip of my tongue. Like,
if you say it correctly, I'll nod. I'm not.
You're
I
not
can't say
allowed
it.
to say it.
Yeah, because
you could just tell me like
get in trouble.
off air.
Yeah.
Because like.
But that's what they want. Like, a lot of times they'll be like, "We want this song. We can't afford this song, so we're paying you to make us a song like this."
That's so fun for you, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would imagine it's really fun because you get to kind of dive into this.
Yeah, here's
other.
Is it through a company or is it freelance?
I'm freelance, but most of what I do is through one company.
Gotcha.
But
I feel like that's a fun way to like experiment with different
yeah.
vocals, different instruments, post production, like just like.
Yeah,
just
I'll play you one that Olin sang because he is actually we did a Spanglish one, and I was like, I sound like so white. It's insane. Like what's the one? It's I want you, baby. I want you. Quédate aquí. Te necesito. I want you.
Oh my god.
Here, this is fun too. Like, they wanted. Okay, so they wanted a female pop song, kind of like Billie Eilish. They didn't actually give me a song, so it doesn't really sound Billie Eilish. Okay. So here's what I did.
Are this your vocals?
This is mine, but then we had to hire a girl.
Okay.
To do it. So this is mine though. Like.
Feel like when the leaves change, we stop running. Feel like turning the page should be something. Growing older, but I'm still right here.
And then. This is her.
That's so cool. I'm like very like intrigued and impressed by this. Like.
It's fun. I mean, here's what. This is a good song, bro. We snapped on this. Me, Owen, and Sam. Listen.
Okay, I can actually get down to this. I love that you know all the lyrics to these.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote them.
He's like sitting here lip syncing all of them, and it's so funny.
And the dancing too.
Oh, here,
Do you have?
There's one that's like.
Do you have any that you've written where you're like, oh shit, this is actually like really good? Like.
Yeah, I won.
Keep for yourself, maybe.
I see. The thing is, I could technically re-record any of them because.
Really?
Oh, okay.
That's what a master is basically. Like, when you talk about songs, there's publishing and there's master, and all that master really is the literal recording of the song.
Yes.
So since they're paying me, they own the master. Mm-hmm. So I own the song, though. I would just have to re-record the entire song.
Oh,
but
so
then I could use the new recording. I just can't use that actual recording of the song.
The first one.
The actual, that whole recording. I can't use any of it.
Could you...
I could re-record it exactly.
You could re-record the exact same way?
same way.
Interesting.
Yeah. But there was a...
get really interesting.
Wait, follow-up question. When you give these songs to people to use, you give it to them mixed and mastered. Is that right? Or you could give it to them unfinished.
Mixed, not really mastered. No. Mastering is different than the master of a song. Like the master of a song that they're recording, but mastering is just like they have a guy who does it, and they have a guy who like he barely does it. He has like presets because it's like mastering is just kind of like so the song sounds the same on every device.
Yeah.
So on your phone, it sounds just as good as on your computer as in headphones and whatever.
Yeah.
It's so weird, dude. When you
I'd
send...
say, though, despite that, though, like, I don't know if maybe there's different sound systems from each, and maybe that's why things sound different, but I have songs, because I drive a lot, that I listen to in my car, bass go and everything, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Then I put it on my phone, and I'm like,
Bad master. It's a bad master. And also, there's people do weird shit, like Rye, the band Rye, R-H-Y-E.
Yep.
They master their songs very low. Same with Cigarettes After Sex. They master their songs quiet.
Why?
So, I don't know.
Because
they're quiet
vibe.
bands. That's their
that
vibe.
Yeah.
Here, wait. Let me see if I can... Sorry, that's a good one, too, but...
He's like, they're all bangers.
Yeah, all of them.
Bangers and mash. He's just scrolling.
Freaking hell, man. There, wait, it's gonna be right here.
Bloody hell, bloody hell.
Oh, these were funk ones we did.
How do I know that?
Here we go.
Oh, I was like, it sounds familiar.
I do funk ones. Like New Orleans funk.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's so fun. Oh, I can get down to this really hard.
I like this one.
You know what I mean? It's some song about...
This is Maroon 5, isn't it? Like, trying to be.
No, it was like J Balvin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now we're speaking another language.
It's like a pop J Balvin. Yeah.
Olin sounds like him in the background.
I really love all these like beats going on in the back. Like this is so fun. The production on these is great.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I literally don't know Spanish, and neither does Olin really. He knows more than me, but so I was literally like, all of my friends are Hispanic, so I was literally texting them, going, "This is what I want to say. How can I say that?"
Oh my god!
I was in a group chat, and they were literally sending me stuff, and then I would like say it into my phone and sing it, and be like, "Is this right?" And they'd go like, "No," and then they'd say it back to me, and I'd be like, "Okay, cool."
Oh, thank goodness for your friends, though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, literally all of my friends like.
Otherwise, Google Translate
It's weird.
translates it weird.
Yeah, literally all my friends are Hispanic, and then Jez is Brazilian. And
Oh, nice.
I'm just white, just boring.
The Irishman.
The Irishman, but not actually from Ireland, like from New York. Whereas my friends are like from Mexico, like living here. Yeah, so it's like.
So you do that now, which is super. So now that we've heard all these
Right,
songs
yeah,
that
okay,
are for
so I do
other
that,
things.
Yeah, so sorry to backtrack.
No,
I did that, and then I started the band.
What didn't Oliver? Which came first? Oliver the Kid came first.
Oliver the Kid came
before
way
Love the Kid.
first. Yeah. I mean, even before the Neighborhood, I put out an Oliver EP when it was just Oliver. That's online somewhere. It's called Catharsis, and there's like half of it's spoken word poetry because that's what I was into. Katya's on there too. She does a spoken word thing. And it was bad. It's online. Like some of it's okay. Some of it's okay. Like there's a song called Blue that's fine.
Okay.
And then there's a song called Haunted that's fine. The rest of it's pretty bad. And it was like made in my friend's like room, so like the beats are bad. I mean, he's a good piano player, so some of it's cool. But so Oliver the Kid came first, and then I was just thinking about like, what do I really want to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm 70, I want to still be making music, but like doing Oliver the Kid stuff.
70?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
He'll be making these till the day he dies.
Yeah, I saw
these
the
commercial
Cure.
beats.
Well, like I want to play like live and stuff. Like I saw the Cure play the Hollywood Bowl, and that was a big like.
How
Live
was
Bouquet
that?
thing.
I wanted.
Amazing.
It was good. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't get to go to it. I really wanted to, but I didn't get to. But
Yeah, that was a big like La Bouquet thing because the La Bouquet album started out as an Oliver the Kid album. So like the only songs that were done were "You Only Need Me When You're Blue," which I made with a guy named Michael Keenan who does like Skizzy Mars.
Yeah,
and like he did that
I think
big.
Mary's familiar. She keeps nodding.
Yeah, he did that big G-Eazy song, "Me, Myself, and I," and then he's done like Melody Martinez stuff. I'm not touching that subject, but I don't know what
hands
the deal
went
is
up,
with
just
that.
not gonna.
I don't know what
go
the deal is.
away from that. Let's diverge.
Yeah, but whatever. We did that song, and then what else was done? Pity Party was done.
Okay.
Before,
I love Pity Party.
And then 1990 was written but not recorded.
So how did La Bouquet stem? How did this thing that was originally meant to be for Oliver the Kid turn into La Bouquet?
A lot of it was honestly Jake almost moved away. Jake played guitar for Oliver the Kid, but he just played guitar for me live. And he was like, he's like, yeah, I'm moving to Arizona. Like to work with my dad on some stuff or whatever. And I was like, dude, don't go do that.
Please,
like, you gotta make music.
Stay.
Like, you have to make music. You're so good at guitar.
Yeah, he's
like,
really good.
Yeah, you gotta make music. And he was like, yeah, but like this is like kind of your thing. And I was like, all right, well, let's do a thing then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, let's do something where it's like me and you. And he was like,
wow.
okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm already starting work on this album. Let's just do it.
Nice.
And so like that, he came in like some of those songs like he doesn't play on a lot. Like Pity Party, he just played on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 1990, he's just that guitar at the very end of the song. And like You Only Need Me When You're Blue, he did something.
Mm-hmm.
I think the chorus guitar line. But so yeah, because some of them were already done, so it was like he came in and was like, cool, I'll be on these. And then Drew was just a buddy of mine who, whenever we needed an actual bass player, because I played bass on like Loveless, which is why it's all like downstroke punk bass. Like I'm not, normally they'd be like, cool, you want to do this note, and then you're going to this string, and like a smooth change. Whereas I played all of them on one string. So instead of going do-do-do-do-do-do, which would be really easy, I went do-do-do-woo-woo-woo. I just slid all the way up and then slid down and slid there.
Oh,
so whenever we needed something like really good, I would call Drew, who I met in Santa Barbara. So before I went to New Orleans, I went to Santa Barbara Community College.
Okay,
for 2 years.
SBCC.
Yeah. And then he didn't play with us. He didn't used to play with us live. And then one day his band broke up, and I was like,
hey.
It was like
NFL. Got a band.
It was like NFL free agency. I was like, he just hit the free agency market, and he's like the best wide receiver in the game. Like, we need him on our football team. And so he started playing with us. But yeah, and then all of the Kid stuff I put on hold for a while because we signed a deal. Olivver the Kid signed a deal, and anytime you sign a deal, they're exclusive recording contracts. Yep. So like you literally can't do anything else. Mm-hmm. So I was like, cool, I'll put Olivver the Kid on hold for a while and do this, and then that record company got bought. Mm-hmm. And then we signed a different deal that was a record deal, but it was really with just a distribution company. So I was allowed to do Olivver the Kid stuff again.
Nice. So that's what you're doing again, really a little bit.
Yeah, so that's why I put out the Ego Surfing EP last year, because our label got bought, and I was like, cool, I want to put something out.
It's time.
I know.
And then,
3 minutes till you're at the time of this recording. You got 3 minutes.
Yeah, now I'm doing 2 songs a month.
As Olivver the Kid?
For the foreseeable future. So there's 2 songs that come out in 3 minutes.
Oh,
One is featuring Lost Boy Crow, and the other's not.
Oh, very exciting.
And then the ones next month don't feature anybody, and then the month after that, if the schedule permits, is the first song is me and Jez, and then the second song is just me. So I want to do, like, if I keep doing it every other month, the first song will have a feature.
Nice.
And the second song won't, and then every other month in between, there won't be any features. It'll just be kind of
cool.
Speaking of the new releases, let's play some for our listeners. Cool. Which one do you want to play?
Of the two
that are coming out right now.
Which one do you want?
The first one, Not in Love, featuring Lost Boy Crow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
What was that one more time? If you were British, you could what? Do the...
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, guys, we're back, and we're having a great time!
Yeah, that's how I should have ended that song that you just heard.
Oh, man. That's a great song. You do a lot. You do a lot with the Armors guys and Lost Boy Crow.
Yeah, we had that song $20.
Yeah.
That came out.
Yes.
And we have more.
And you also...
Scoop.
With both of them?
Inside scoop. Yeah, we have a lot more, actually. Yes. Fun fact. We just don't know what to do with it.
And then you have...
It might not ever come out, or it might.
You have High-Low with...
High-Low! And Annie. High-Low and Annie were originally supposed to be Armor songs. That first time I ever met them, they contacted me to help write for them. Mm-hmm. And we had 2 writing sessions, and we wrote Annie and High-Low. And then something happened with who they were working with and what they were doing and their sound and blah, blah, blah. And so those songs weren't going to get used.
Okay.
And I was like, what if I use them? Featuring you. Mm-hmm. And then, Sam produced both of them. So he also produced $20. He also produced, that he produced the entire Ego Surfing EP.
I did not know that.
Sam from Armors. Good for him. And Olin helped me write it.
Wow. Yeah. You guys work a lot together.
He
and it's really
literally he did some of the harmonies. There's like certain songs where the harmony's not me, it's Olin. Because he was just like, what if you sang this harmony? And he's already standing up, and I was like, can you do it?
Please.
I'm tired. Can you please?
I feel like you guys are like the 3 like Armors all over the Kid. What are you doing? He's just taking photos of us mid.
I got a new. Why is my flash working?
Is it an automatic? Automatic film camera?
No.
No. Oh, it's a statistical.
I got this literally because every year for the Met Gala, Vogue has this thing on their website where they have photos from inside the Met Gala, and all the photos are taken by Frank Ocean.
Oh,
and
what?
I looked
That's
up
sick as hell.
And I looked up the camera that he used like 2 years ago when he did it, and it was this exact camera. And if you don't know this about me, I'm the biggest Frank Ocean fan in the world.
Oh,
so you feel more connected. You feel more connected to Frank Ocean now that you're taking photos with
Frankwood Mac.
Frankwood Mac.
Tattooed right here, which is Frank Ocean and Fleetwood Mac. It's two of my favorite bands.
Frankwood Mac.
Also, if I ever open up a barbecue restaurant, that's what I'm gonna call it.
That is so cool. You have that tattooed on yourself?
On myself, yeah.
Wow.
I've been a Frank fan for so long, since the Lonnie Bro collection.
Damn.
Where he used to write for other people, and it came out, and it was all the songs he wrote for other people. One of my favorite songs in the world is a song on there that he wrote for someone, I don't know who, called Pyrite. And it's a Frank Ocean song that you can't find it anywhere besides, like, it's on one Vimeo page.
So do you have it saved on your computer? Download
iTunes,
it. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's so cool, though.
Yeah. But Armor's guys, yeah.
Well,
Hilo,
just, like,
Annie, Ego Surfing,
the
$20.
three of you guys are, like, this, like, funky, like, trio of, like, really, like the indie bro. I don't even know. Like,
yeah, I'm like their dad, though.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like this weird, like, funky
I'm like their
family
defunct older brother.
Defunct older
brother.
Because
they're really such, like, I mean...
that their dad had before the marriage.
Yeah. Olin is, like...
the bastard child.
They're both the nicest guys I've ever met, but Olin is literally, like, the nicest person in the world. And he's just so precious. Protect him at all costs.
Aww. Of course.
Yeah, he's so precious. He's amazing.
Well, High Low is, like, honestly one of my favorite songs.
Cool.
Like,
it's on our We Dig It playlist.
It's on our We Dig It playlist.
Cool.
It's one of the first songs I think we shared as, like, a podcast about, like, being... Because for me, like, that song is, like, one of the most, like, if not the most cathartic song, like, I've ever... Yeah.
Cool.
Like, I told this to the 131ers guys, too. It's, like, I have this playlist that I made of, like... It's a small playlist. It's, like, very specific songs. Like, gotta be special to make it onto this playlist.
Yeah.
So, like, there's this playlist I have for, like, when I'm feeling, like, really overwhelmed with life, and I'm like, I gotta not. So I'll go down... Oh, we got water. I'll go down to, like... I'll find, like, some grass near my house or something, and I'll just, like, turn on my headphones and dance around like a crazy person. But, like, the amount of times I've, like, listened to it on repeat in my car full blast just because it's so, like, I don't know, like, cathartic, just, like, releasing. I'm just like, oh, my God.
I mean, not to ruin any of the magic of that song or Annie, but the lyrics are about Olin's life and not mine for both those songs.
That's okay.
Annie is literally the name of a girl and that Olin was talking about. And when I showed up to write with them for the first day I ever wrote with them, we were writing that song, and he goes, yeah, but what should we call her in the chorus? I was like, what's her name in real life? He goes, Annie. I go, Annie. And he was like,
that doesn't
and he was like, that terrifies me. And I was like,
yeah. Like,
I was
live
like,
on the edge.
Exactly. That's why it's good.
Dangerous.
If it scares you, it's good.
No,
but yeah, so both those songs, like, I added a little things here and there to make it more relatable for me. I mean, I helped write them, so, like, the lyrics and the melodies I helped write, but they're about his life.
I would tell the same thing to him too. Just like, even just being a part of that song, I think kudos. But yeah, that song's
same with $20. $20 is about someone in Olin's family, and so me and Chris were like, yeah, we'll write about that, even though I don't know this lady or whatever.
I mean, that's what collaborating's all about, right? And
then I introduced them to Chris. So me and them were making a bunch of music, and we were like, we should start. The original idea was we were like, let's make like an album or something, and it's me, you guys, and every song has a different person, and we'll collaborate with like all these different artists. And then the first artist we thought of was, I was like, dude, my buddy Chris, I think would be pretty down. And he literally came to downtown LA. We like worked out in my gym, showered in my apartment, and then we took the train down together, which was really nice. They met him, and that day we made $20. And then we all gelled really well, but they are even maybe closer than me and them are closer now. Because they're more similar. I'm like a piece of shit. I'm a huge piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
It's okay, you have us now.
You're like you're like the angsty, you know...
I want to go... Like, we all would go to dinner, and I would be like, yeah, I'll get a beer, for sure. And, like, I'll have, like, 3 of them or something. And, like, a steak or something. And then they're like, you know... I always joke with Chris that I was like, aren't you vegan? He's like, no. Why do you think I'm vegan? And I'm like, oh, you seem like a vegan. You seem like you seem like he likes outdoor stuff, and, like, I don't know. But they all get along really well, and so they were like, instead of doing it with other people, why don't us 4, but 3 different music things, just makes a bunch of songs, and we did, and we're texting about it right now, but we don't know what to do because...
Well, I hope these songs see the light of day.
Me too. I have no restrictions. Okay. That's the beauty of what Olivver the Kid has always been, is Olivver the Kid has always been self-managed and self-released, besides I put out one song through Atlantic called I Want It, a long time ago. So I can literally do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Some really great freedom.
But, like, you know, Lost Boy Crow's got management and, like, a distro deal.
Yep.
Armors has management and a distro deal.
Yeah.
So it's not as simple for them to just be like, yeah, just put it out.
Yeah.
They have to be like,
hey,
there are hoops we have to jump through. And I'm like, let me know.
Y'all jump through those hoops, I'll be over here.
That's why on $20, that song wasn't released as Armors, Olivver the Kid, and Lost Boy Crow. That song was released as Armors and Olivver the Kid featuring Lost Boy Crow. That was the loophole we could get Chris on the song.
Yeah.
So for me and Armors, it showed up at the top of our Spotify pages, and for Chris, it showed up at the bottom in the appears on section.
Yeah. Because I think I heard about it first from Chris from Lost Boy Crow, and then I was like, oh, there's more's happening.
I mean, he sings on it more than I do. I sang.
Yeah, it's just so interesting how the loophole.
I sang like a little thing, and then I only sing it one other time. But it's like, I mean, my voice is the fresh fruit just hanging in the garden. But everyone is also singing. My voice is just like the loudest in the mix.
Got it.
But like, I only really sing. Besides that gang vocal part, I sing like 2 lines.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, I only hear Chris and Owen. Like, what's
I do the. She came from a town where nothing happened. She never went back. She never went home.
Yeah.
That's the only part I did. And then I did the fresh fruit just hanging in the garden. So we're all doing that. Yeah, mine is like the loudest one because I did one take of it, and then we all did at the same time like 10 takes of it. So there's one take of just me and the mic singing it, and then there's like 10 takes of the mic in the center of the room, and all 4 of us around it singing.
Is that how you get it to be so like
gang vocally?
Yeah.
And Sam always does the low one.
Oh,
so Sam, if you ever hear like the fresh fruit, just hanging in the garden. White pants is all she ever wanted.
That's Sam.
But literally all the songs we have start out like right away with a lot of the ideas come from Chris. So the songs, besides $20, the songs start out right away with Chris.
Oh wow!
Because he'll be like, "What do you guys think about this?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's good because you're very good. Everything you
are good. We get it.
It's like everything you do is awesome. So of course it's gonna be good." So he sends it. We go, "Yeah, let's for sure make that." So start it like that, and then I always generally was doing the second verse. Usually, almost every song we've done together is him, Olin, him, me, him. Or like gang vocal choruses. Yeah.
Gang vocal choruses.
Yeah, just where it's just all of us.
Gang vocals.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's so cool. I really hope we get to hear those one day. Like that would be so fantastic because you guys are all amazing as individuals, and then when you all come together and make something that's even more amazing.
Even if you don't release it, just send it over to us.
I mean, 2 of them are mixed. Like we paid to get them mixed.
Oh wow!
So 2 of them will probably come out at some point. It just might be one of those things again. Like if they're both tied up in deals, then it might be like an Olivver the Kid song featuring Armors and Lost Boy Crow, or like Armors and Olivver the Kid featuring Lost Boy Crow, or if I got signed, it would be like Lost Boy Crow and Armors featuring Olivver the Kid. So I'm sure at least those 2 will come out.
Will you ever get signed as
did
Olivver
like
the Kid?
6.
Is that something you hope to do?
Please, someone. Please.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wish. It's insane.
Okay.
It's crazy that I have never. I don't know.
I didn't know if that was like by choice or like you didn't want to be signed. You want to do everything like on your own. I wasn't
depends. Sure. It's just like I had one opportunity to do it with no, it's okay. I had one opportunity to do it with a record label that I won't name, and there were just horror stories of them shelving artists.
I get it.
So a lot of record labels will sign a bunch of people, and then they'll sign a bunch of people. They sign a bunch of people, and then they wait, and then whoever does well, they put all their focus into, and everyone else gets like what they call shelved, which means you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
The big example of that without like I'm not throwing him under the bus because I'm sure he's sick of it, is like Skizzy Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's had a lot of traction,
Thank you.
but he's put out like 2 EPs in like 5 years, and I think he's putting out another EP maybe, and it's like why the label does that is because if they sign you for 3 albums but they don't let you put out any albums, you can put out as many EPs as you want. It doesn't count as an album. So they still have him under contract.
Yep.
So it's like...
That's something I learned recently, and I was like, I didn't realize that the EP... Because it's the EP and the LP, and it's signed for the LP. It's 3 LPs, no matter how many EPs
it's changing now, kind of, because like I almost signed something recently that was like... It was like an LP or 2 EPs.
Okay.
Oh,
it was
cool.
just it was a 10-song thing.
Oh, okay, so it's just the number of songs. Doesn't matter how it gets out.
Once again, though, why Frank Ocean is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. The GOAT is because he put out Endless a week before Blonde came out, and Endless, the visual album, fulfilled his contractual obligation to Def Jam, and so he self-released Blonde.
Wow.
So technically, his last album with Def Jam was Endless, and then a week later he put out the actual. They're both albums, but Blonde was obviously the. He didn't play. I went and saw him live, and he played 1 song from Endless. And not everyone knew it. I knew it, but not everyone knew it in the crowd. Was like, "What is this?" And I was like,
"The biggest Frank Ocean fan
for sure, 100%." Yeah, I follow his mom on Twitter.
Shout out to Frank Ocean's mom.
Katonia. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I would for sure, but I would need it to be like the thing I didn't sign recently was because it was like there was no guarantee that they were gonna work on my stuff, and it's like with that stuff too, it's tricky because if they offer you like, I don't know, I'll say I made a number. Let's say they offered me, we'll give you $25,000 if you sign right now. I'd be like, ooh, $25 sounds pretty nice. I'd love to have $25 just in my pocket right now. Yeah. Please. But what does that mean? You know what I mean? That means you own my life. The repercussions. That means you get a percentage of all my commercial stuff I do, and you get a percentage of anything I touch. And it's like, is that really worth it for $25,000 right now? Like, no, because unless you also commit to like making me a priority and not like just doing this with I found out the person I was talking to was doing it with like 100 people. And so like that's what they do. They're like, yeah, we're willing to spend a couple $100,000 on these people, like giving everybody $25,000 or whatever. And then if even one of them pops off, they're gonna make us millions. So and then the rest of them we just shelve.
Got it.
Yeah.
I feel like you have such a following, you could totally do it on your own.
It depends. I mean, it's tough because I make enough money and I have enough of like a living to where like I can keep doing what I'm doing forever. I don't want that. Yeah. I'd like to have some sort of progression in my career. And
don't want to stay stagnant.
Yeah, eventually be like, cool, I'm releasing stuff to more people, or like I'm able to like tour or whatever, rather than just like, I'm just gonna put out 2 songs every month for the rest of my life.
Would love to see you on another tour. That would be really
Olivver
dope.
the Kid tour.
Yeah, I even said though, I was like, I'm not even gonna do an Olivver the Kid show until there's like a demand for it. I don't know, like touring is just like, it's such a killer. It's like it's such a.
You got another La Bouquet show coming up.
Yeah, with Sleep Talk and Rue.
You opened up for Sleep Talk
Moroccan
at
Lounge.
the Troubadour, didn't you? Did you not?
We've definitely played with them. Was it the Troubadour?
I think
I don't remember where it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, those are friends of ours. It's their EP release show at Moroccan Lounge, and it's a K-Rock event, which is cool.
Ooh, fun.
I like the Moroccan Lounge.
Love the Moroccan Lounge. We love the Moroccan Lounge.
It's downtown by me.
Love it. I can take the Gold Line from where I live.
When we first met you,
I could walk.
Yeah.
I could walk.
Yeah.
You could walk, okay.
I can't because I have gear.
Yeah.
But I could walk.
Uh-huh.
The sound and lighting there are both great.
On point.
Yeah. And we might have a sound guy. Depends.
Nice.
He gave me a weird, he was like, yeah, I'll see if I can make it. And I was like, I kind of have to know.
I gotta know these things?
You gotta give me a yes or no. He's like, oh yeah, if I can make it, I'll be there. And I was like, it doesn't help me at all. But we have our lighting guy coming who's been crushing it for us. He's been a big difference in our last couple shows.
You know what I really like about the Moroccan Lounge? It's the stage area and then the bar. The bar area is separate.
Yeah.
So all the people who talk.
Yeah. So it's not like the hi-hat where that's my problem with the hi-hat is like I just want them to put up, all I want them to do with the hi-hat is put up a friggin' curtain.
Yeah, even a curtain would work.
Because if you're on stage, it's like we did a charity thing there once, and it's like you're on stage, and obviously it's a charity thing. They're not there for us. There's 20 bands playing throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, like 100 people are paying attention, maybe less, and then the rest of them are in the bar, and I can see them. So I'm like playing a song and going like, I can see 200 people not giving a shit. That sucks. Like, put up a curtain, and I know they're there, but I don't have to see it. Yeah. I can get lost in the music and just be like, yeah, cool, we're playing a show. Rather than be like, fucking, come on, man, what are you doing? That's my only problem with that place.
Yeah.
I don't like that place.
I also heard it's not doing well financially.
Ooh. Yeah. Yikes.
Because they didn't
Major yikes.
They didn't have anything on our rider. Literally, we played a show in Arizona to like 100 people, and our rider was like
spot on.
Everything,
field,
even the stuff we put on there that's like a joke, kind of like we see if they do it.
What was it?
And if they do it, it's like,
what do you have on there? That's a joke.
Sandwich materials. So it's just like bread, roast beef, Swiss cheese, mayo, mustard.
Why is that a joke? That's good.
It is, but it's like for one-off shows, we don't actually need that. It's a great tour thing.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like then you can have it, and you can eat for the next couple of days, eat sandwiches whenever you want,
and
save money. But for these shows, it was like, we were like, yeah, if they don't have it, who cares? But if they do have it, sweet. And we were like, cool, we'll each have like a sandwich instead of getting food. And then like our drummer, Eric, I was like, you can just take it home with you. And he's like, cool, grocery shopping. He's like, great, done. Yeah.
Sick.
And I was like, cool, but then we go to LA and nothing. Like, I went in the green room and there's not even water. There's no beers.
You need
and I was like, and they were like, okay, we'll give you drink tickets. I was like, cool. And he gave me 6. And I was like, I mean, there's 4 of us in the band, 2 crew members, so we each get 1. Like, that doesn't, I don't know, that's just crazy. Like, the other places would be like, yeah, here's a 30 rack and 2 bottles. It's like, well, we don't even need that. Like, we're driving the night. But cool, but thank you. Yeah, I appreciate
the gesture.
Yeah, we'll have a couple, probably, but.
I mean, the selection isn't even good. They have very limited.
It's just beer and wine, right?
Yeah. And the pool tables never work.
It's out of order.
That's what I'm saying.
Always out of order.
It's a pool table. How is a pool table out of order, though? I don't understand.
Sign there. This is out of order. I don't know.
They probably lost something.
The photo booth is weird. Like,
we went into the photo booth and it was it was messy, but it was fun.
They need to.
I'll give it that.
A little. Somebody needs to put a little bit of money in that place, and I think it could be great.
Because especially because like Highland Park is like there's a lot more going on.
Also, the sound system's not bad. Like
it's not.
That street is cool now. Like that whole street, there's stuff to do.
Donut Friend is on that street. There's tons of
Block
Party. There's tons of food trucks, vegan, non-vegan for all of you people out there. But
I even like the place in the venue. The food place. I mean, it used to be a different food place, but then I got their wings before. And the guy was like, how hot do you want them? And I was like, as hot as you can make them. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, please. And then he gave them to me and I had them. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, how you doing? And I was like, you were kidding, dude. And he was like, I asked you. And I was like, I like that though. I was like, cool, good, thank you.
Like, I'm awake now. It's great. I'm awake.
This is perfect. Gosh. But yeah, that's my beef with that venue. But yeah, we're playing the 6th.
Yes, it is.
July 6th.
It's on my calendar, so.
July 6th, La Bouquet, Moroccan Lounge. The night before that, low key, I might be playing a song with this guy that I've been working with at the Palladium.
Cool. So you're telling me to go buy a ticket to the Palladium?
Who is
I don't know how much I should say. I mean, I already said
Google who's playing at the Palladium?
His name's Said This Guy. He's like
I know that.
He's like in the EDM world, but his stuff is more like emotional and has like. When I first saw him at the Fonda, I never met him. He just invited me, and I walked in and he had like a grand piano on stage.
Whoa.
And like a drum line, like an actual drum line on stage, and I was like, oh okay, so it's like EDM, like the whole crowd here is on Molly, but you're playing like actual like good songs.
Good
he's
music.
Like ripping like grand piano on the verses, and then the chorus comes. It's a huge drop.
Whoa.
And
so you featured on one
I've
of
made
songs?
a bunch of songs with him since then.
Nice.
And I think one of them he's gonna put out.
I will keep an eye out.
Whenever his next stuff comes out. So he was like, dude, do you want to play it at the Palladium? And I was like,
you're like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Last time I played there, I was playing drums.
There you go. Nice. It'll be a fun, full little circle for you.
Yeah. And I'll get to go crazy, and it's an EDM show, so I just get to do whatever I want.
Yes.
Because everyone's just going to be like...
Eyes rolled
sing
back.
the song, and the chorus comes, and I'm sure he'll have like
just dive into the stage.
Smoke come up. He said he was going to get... Yeah, fire, smoke, and
some funky production.
I don't know if you
that'll
can
be
do fire
over top
inside.
and great.
Oh, no, didn't Lainey do that? Lainey did fire.
Inside?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
Lainey did fire?
Yeah,
what
Palladium.
is Lainey doing that needs
Palladium.
fire? Lainey is
great.
not a band
It was
that needs
great.
fire.
It was
It was
worth
not-
it.
I only like one of their songs. You want to know which one?
Let's
Which
see.
one? Better be 13.
Is that bad that I said
Better
I
be
only like
13.
one?
Better be 13. If it's not
No,
13, it would
super
be a little
bad,
bit.
or
I
I
don't
love you
think
so
any of
bad.
them are going to be listening to our podcast.
What a shame. You guys should
Okay.
interview
He
them.
was rude to one of my friends a long time ago, so I don't really like the singer guy.
Yikes. What's the song?
Yes.
Well, you said it's not 13, which is really disappointing.
Is it an old song or a new song?
Old.
So bad?
No.
What's the one where the sink, that EP where he's got like flowers in the sink?
It's off that EP.
It's off. I see. I don't know why I knew it was gonna be off that EP.
Oh, I know this one. This is a good one.
Hold on. This is Forever. Is this Forever?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was gonna be my guess. Took me a minute. I had to look it up.
Yeah, he dated Dua Lipa.
It
Yes,
do
he
be
did.
like that sometimes.
It'd be like it do be like.
That poor guy gets his
Okay,
heart
so
broken.
we want to play another one of your songs.
He was mean to my friend, so he can get his heart broken.
Oh my god!
Don't be mean to my friend.
Who hurt you, man?
Don't be mean to my friends. Huh? I'm a loyal guy, you know.
We want to play another song of yours. Would you like it to be an Olivver the Kid song or a Love Bouquet song?
Well, okay.
All right.
Get one of each, huh?
Yeah, I like it. Which one would you like the people to hear?
Screw My Name's a Go. Now I was gonna say Pure Heartbreak,
Pure Heartbreak?
just because I was reading.
Because we were talking about Heartbreak 2
I was
seconds
like,
ago.
oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
This
it's
song
like-
goes out to
Paul Jason Klein.
Steven Tyler, whatever his name is. Paul Jason.
Paul Jackson.
Steven Tyler. From Aerosmith. Shout out to you, my man. All right. I'm gonna just dive in and play. What's it called again? Pure Heartbreak.
Pure Heartbreak.
Bonjour, je dois vous raconter une histoire drôle. J'étais dans les trucs. J'écoutais de la téléphone pour que on s'en pas l'air.
I asked you to stay. Your eyes chose to serve. Book me a flight home. But if you woke me the next day, I would have looked at you and said, I'd marry you. It's only you. Talking pure heartbreak. Won't you love me to the bones of me? Talking pure heartbreak. Won't you love me to the bones of me? I can't change the world, I can't change your mind. Love me till the day we die. I can't change your world, I can't change your mind. Love me till the day we die. Maybe I should pray for a love that went away. Narcissism raining on. But if God doesn't hear me, I'll pour another drink and drown myself in wine. Collapse into my sheets alone. Collapse into my sheets alone. I'm talking pure heartbreak. Won't you love me to the bones of me? Talking pure heartbreak. Won't you love me to the bones of me? I can't change the world, I can't change your mind. Love me till the day we die. I can't change your world, I can't change your mind. Love me till the day we die. Won't you love me to the bones of me? Heartbreak. Won't you love me to the bones of me? I can't change the world. I can't change your mind. Won't you love me till the day we die?
Tout d'un coup, une petite enfant est courue passer et m'en surprise. J'étais mes bras, ils m'ont frappé les pommes. Ils étaient sur la plage et j'étais tellement gênée. Au revoir.
You just heard Pure Heartbreak by Olivver the Kid. Great song.
Thank you. Yeah, that's maybe my favorite. Last song I wrote for the record too.
Nice.
Yeah.
We
broke up with my girlfriend in New York. She broke up with me. Flew home. I was out there for a family reunion. The day before my family reunion, she broke up with me. I stayed in New York. Went out to Connecticut. Took mushrooms. Drank a bunch of wine with my friend. Sitting on his roof for days. And then went back to New York. And stayed there past my trip for like a week or two. I heard somebody say anything. Came back from that and then wrote Loveless and Pure Heartbreak.
Wow.
About that.
That's intense.
It is.
Yeah.
But you
inside
got
of tense.
Great.
Yeah.
Inside of tense with incense.
But yeah, both of them started with bass.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Loveless and Pure Heartbreak. I literally picked up the bass and I was like, bass, bro. And yeah, one was like doom 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 doom. The other one was like boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Yeah.
Well, they're both very, very, very great songs, and we love them very much.
Thanks. Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. I think we're gonna try and have another La Bouquet EP out by the end of the year.
Yay!
Because we had to wait so long to put out our album that now we're just like. I mean, Jake's foot is still fucked. He broke his foot.
What exactly happened?
Skateboarding.
Oh.
Please, dude, I gave him so much shit about that.
I mean, at least it was something cool like skateboarding, not like, oh, I fell down the stairs.
Yeah, but it's cool. He's 14? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing, man?
Broken for a while. I've seen him in the
He knows,
for
too.
a while.
He's super mad about it. He said, I think the cast is off now, but it's just like he can't like go back to like his everyday life yet. Like doing like can't go like to the gym because like I guess after a certain amount of time it starts to hurt, and his leg is like weak because it's like you lose muscle.
Yeah.
Like when you do that. So, but regardless, he's been making a bunch of stuff at home because he can't go anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Drew's been making a bunch of stuff, and so I want to put out an EP because the album took so long. And I'm letting them drive the boat.
Nice.
Because the whole album,
the boat on the lake.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get sick. I can't drive the boat anymore.
Get seasick.
But, yeah, the EP and the LP, it was me being like, we've got to do this, and like just like booking studio sessions and like making a shit ton of songs, even when it was just me and myself. And now I'm just kind of like, I told them, I was like, why don't you guys just make a bunch of stuff, and I'll just kind of take it home.
I kind of like that.
It'll bring it to me, and then I'll just go like,
cool to see how...
I'll go like, cool, I'll put live drums on it if it needs it. I'll put any little tiny guitar stuff on top if it needs it. If it needs it, I'll arrange it a little if it needs it, and then sing on it, and then
that's cool.
Donezo.
I'm excited to hear that what all of that will sound like because it's a slightly different process and all of that.
Yeah,
so
especially because
cool.
like there are certain songs like Pity Party. It's like the guitar on that song is me, which is why it's literally two notes on an acoustic guitar, just dung da dung dung da 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 dung da. It's like I'm not good at guitar, so I'm just like I play what I know on guitar,
which
you know,
is just
enough. Yeah, it's enough, but it's like I play guitar like a songwriter. I don't play guitar like a guitarist. I play guitar like a songwriter. It's like, cool, I'll write you a song. It'll be 3 chords.
There to sing to it, and then that's all you need.
Yeah,
the bare bones.
If people were like, play me like a A on a guitar, give me an A, I would go, I don't know. They go, give me like a B or a G or an E even. E I know, but the rest of them I go, I don't know, but I can write you a full song. I can pick up a guitar and write you a whole song. But if you were like, just play me like a G or G sharp, I go, I can't do that.
You'd be like, I don't.
What I can do
speak that
is
language.
leave me alone for a bit with this. I'll write you a song, and it'll probably be like 2 or 3 chords.
Well, then that's all you really need.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got a lot of cool stuff coming out with all of your different projects, so I'm super excited for it.
Yay. Yeah.
Can you let us know where the people can find you on the social medias?
At the Jonas Brothers. On all social medias.
Not at Frankwood Mac.
Stream my new album, Happiness Begins. Come see me on tour. Yeah, Olivver the Kid.
Spelled with 2 V's.
If you want to find it, you can find it.
La Bouquet.
La Bouquet, LA.
You can figure it out.
LA, Bouquet, Bouquet. Not bouquet, bouquet. Not bouquet, not bouquet.
Have people say
Not baguette.
But I have gotten LA bouquet.
LA?
LA, like Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is why we did LA instead of LE. It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be Le Bouquet.
Technically, yeah.
I took French for a couple years in high school.
Yeah, me too. But I was like, first of all, I was like, why does it matter anymore? Such an outdated like thing.
Yeah.
In French, it's like if it's male or female.
Just.
But it's like we're talking about a bouquet of flowers. Like, why does it have to
Why
have
is
a
it
male or
male?
feminine?
Why is it? Because le is male and la is female.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just didn't understand it. So I was like, okay. And then the Google ability of it will be higher if we misspell it. If we do LA, if we do LE and you go to Google, we're not gonna get buried.
Flowers.
Yeah, but if you put it wrong, LA, and then we were like LA because
Is that
we're in
why
Los
you
Angeles.
spelled Olivver with 2
2
V's?
V's?
No, I was gonna get sued.
What?
Well, no, sorry there.
Bomb drop.
I was Olivver. I was Olivver, and then I made a song in New Orleans, and my friend was like, I think he listened to a lot of Waves.
Mm-hmm.
Which is WAVVES.
Got it.
And so I made a song with my buddy who's my friend James. I think you guys met him. He does like merch for me sometimes. Long hair. Beautiful boy. He's a beautiful little boy.
She knows.
And he used to make, he still does sometimes, but he like tour manages mainly now. But he made music under the name Body Cheetah. And we made a song. And he was like, is it Olivver with 1 V or 2 V's? And I was like, 1 V. And he was like, what if it was 2 V's? And I was like, in college, I was like, that's kind of cool. He's like, it'd be cool. And I was like, sure. I was like, I don't care. No one knows. I was in college. I was like, no one knows me. I'm not playing shows. Like, I can name myself whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then when I was going to put out the Freak EP, it was just Olivver with 2 V's.
Mm-hmm.
And then my lawyer was like, there's a DJ artist named Olivver with 1 V. And I was like, well, I have 2. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, they could still make a case that you're like getting fall off recognition of like
just
people,
like that One Direction counter
find,
sue that happened a couple years ago.
Yeah, people trying to find him and finding you.
Yeah.
And so he could sue you for that. He's like, so you should probably just add something or change something. And so one of my big regrets was I didn't go the other way with it. It was Olivver the Kid, which I liked. I still like that a lot. I still do. Because I was thinking like Billy the Kid. Like bank robber.
Yeah.
Like old school. I was like, yeah, Olivver the Kid, like Billy the Kid, or like
Yeah.
there's other things like that.
That's cool though.
But the other one I think would have been better for longevity. Because I just feel weird sometimes just being like it happened. It only happened like a couple times, but there was like a mom or something came to me on like the American Youth Tour and was like, oh, Olivver the Kid, you're a bit old. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not like a kid.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I thought you were. And I was like, oh, okay. Like,
Okay.
It's not a big deal, but it's like she came expecting me to be like a child, like a kid. But the other option was Olivver James, which is my middle name's James.
Oh, okay.
It would have been
why
Olivver James.
But you know, I don't know.
Great question, Mary.
I was going to legally change my name when I lived in Santa Barbara.
Why is
What?
that?
I didn't talk to my family for years,
Oh,
so
okay.
I like put myself. That's why I didn't go to New Orleans straight out of high school because I couldn't afford it. So I went and worked full time at Urban Outfitters. Shout out Urban Outfitters. I was a terrible employee. I stole a bunch of stuff. I worked at Starbucks for a week before I got the job at Urban Outfitters. I quit Starbucks one weekend.
Wow.
They must have loved that.
And then I would go there every morning because it was right across the street.
Do they spit in your coffee?
No, they liked me. Because the same reason people at Urban liked me, even though I was the laziest employee, was because I was just like funny.
Just charismatic and fun.
Yeah, I was just like showing up, being like,
hey guys.
I saw it.
Yeah, so
I saw it, dude.
and then I was friends with one of the shift managers at Starbucks. So he came in a couple times. I gave him like my discount. But I didn't talk to him. We're good now. I love our parents, but I didn't talk to him for a while because me and my dad didn't get along, and I wanted to legally change my name. And I liked like old school names, like Oliver or Clark or like.
Imagine if your name was Clark Sammis.
Right. Yeah. I thought for a long time I was like, dude, if I have a kid, my name is Clark. I'm not sure I'll ever have children, but I was like, but so I went to the courthouse to legally change my name, and they were like, yeah, it's just like $450, and I was like, I don't have that. So
they were like, well, sucks to be you.
I used to give blood in college because they couldn't pay you, but they would give you free stuff.
Like the coupons for like tacos and shit like that.
That's funny you said that. Literally, what they gave me, what I used for a year, was every time I would go to Jack in the Box, I got 2
free tacos!
2 free tacos and a small drink, no matter what I bought. So I would go and get 2 tacos for 99 cents, and then I'd get on top of that 2 more tacos and a drink.
You were chilling.
And so 2 tacos were my lunch, 2 tacos were my dinner.
Do you know that Vine I was referencing?
No.
There's this guy and he's so excited. He comes in with his coupon and he's at the Jack in the Box drive-in window. He goes, I got 2 free tacos! Yes!
It was that.
Vine was so good.
It was those, and then there's those 60-cent gas station big burritos. Like those
Ooh.
big ones.
Yeah.
I used to cut them in half and eat half for lunch, half for dinner.
Wow. Well,
but yeah,
you were resourceful.
But then I stopped. You can't give blood. Which, by the way, that seems like a weird thing to give somebody who's giving blood. Because then the next time I come and give you blood, my blood's going to be terrible. All I've been eating is
Taco Bell.
Or no,
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box tacos. But you can't give blood if you've been tattooed within like 6 months or something. And I started getting tattooed.
And you're just covered in tattoos. Do you have a favorite tattoo?
It's always my newest one, which is my Crystal Geyser water bottle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's what you meant when you were... Oh my god.
Yeah, look, I posted on my...
Why? Are you like a huge Crystal Geyser fan? Do you exclusively drink Crystal Geyser?
You know what I'm saying?
Where's that at?
Yo, my leg.
Oh.
Wait, no, seriously, why is it
right
Crystal?
there.
Why is it Crystal Geyser? Is that the only water you drink? Is that why you haven't touched our water? Is our water not good enough for you?
It's not the
Stuff.
It's not the only water that I drink, but it's the best water in the world.
What's your thoughts on Arrowhead water? That shit's nasty.
It's not great, but it's not the worst.
It's definitely the worst in my opinion.
Have you ever had Dasani?
Oh my god.
I exclusively drank Dasani for like a year.
Ew. When I went to Milwaukee, that's all they had.
Dasani, and then what's
everywhere.
what's the
Aquafina?
No, what's one's owned by Disneyland?
Nestle?
Is it? No, my god, Nestle's so bad.
Yeah.
Y'all made chocolate, bro. You're making water. You made chocolate. You made those little eggs that people would eat in elementary school, and then people were choking on the toys inside of them. So you had to stop doing it. I remember.
Yep.
You know they do them now.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Well, you know they do them now, but instead it's like half of it's chocolate, half of it's the toy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought them back.
Absolutely fuck. Don't make me water in your chocolate
I want
plant.
damn chocolate.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Sparklets is also not great. But it's not terrible. It's
okay.
As far as bottled water goes, it's the only ones I like are Crystal Geyser and then like the fancy schmancy ones. Like I like Smart Water and like
I like Smart
Fiji.
Water.
Yeah, all that shit's.
I have a glass water, please.
All that shit's good, but Crystal Geyser, I mean, it's still you still got a little bit of that like this wasn't a factory. It's got a little flavor from that, you know.
Oh god.
You know, it's a little like it reminds me of like New York tap water. Which is notoriously good.
Yes.
No, it's notoriously good. People talk about New York tap water.
So on that note, do you want to crinkle that a little louder in the?
Oh, I already crinkled it. You know.
I cannot wait to edit this.
Sorry.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, Bryan.
Thanks, guys.
Any final words you'd like to say?
What do I want to say, huh?
These are your final words, man. Choose them wisely.
Olivver the Kid, 2 new songs a month. And then what else, huh? What else? Go listen to Pyrite by Frank Ocean.
All right. What is it? Frankwood Mac.
Frankwood Mac.
Frankwood Mac. Long live Frankwood Mac.
Yeah.
All right. This has been Unmastered. We'll chat with you next week.